Okay. So, we're back. We're ready for the underworld. Hades, come at me. And across the sticks. Okay. Anytime I think of going to the underworld in a video game, I think of that rather peculiar section of Super Paper Mario. Which will forever be cemented in my head as that one time Mario went to hell, basically. Anyways. Oh yeah, I guess there's no loading zone between here and there. It's between the open area and the castle here. Whatever else you prefer to call this structure. So, I don't know if those lightning things were meaning when I, those scavenging stuff. I guess it just means it's kind of a rare thing or whatever, but it doesn't even seem to imply it's particularly valuable. So will there be people in here or what? Ready to continue the dive. There's no one in here right now. Well, yeah, because everyone's in the other room. So excuse me a second as I go fill in this one little rectangle that I missed. Wish I could swim a little faster here, but oh well. It is weird to me how when you come back to a place in this game, it tends to come with new music. I guess it's because originally it had, like, plot-scripted music prompts, and then when you come back, it's just music prompts that are triggered by you entering the area. But means you could have a different experience coming back afterwards. Okay. Let's just enter the southeast corner of this room here. Good morning, Mr. Sunfish. And good night. Where's all the light coming from in here anyways? I keep asking myself that question in this game. It is kind of weird because, like, we could have a flashlight on us. But we don't even have that though. The game doesn't even go to the little bit of effort of saying, hey, since there's literally no light source in here, you can at least illuminate it with a flashlight. They could have the ambient lighting high enough that you can still make stuff out, but still, you know, dark to suggest, hey, there's literally no light source here. But they don't do that for some reason. It's just anytime you go into a cavern in this game, it's fully illuminated by no explanation. And you're not using a flashlight for anything. I don't remember especially well if there's a flashlight that you're using in the one actually dark place in this game, kind of, which is the one chasm that's actually in this same ocean. Again, I was kind of underwhelmed by the one deep ocean segment in this game. Part of it was just that you're forced through it so quickly, which means you can't have that like slow build of tension as you slowly descend like I did in the first game. That's how I take it naturally, at least. Of course, there's also the fact that I've done it before. Like I'm not as spooked by the things I see under there. Also, does the game want me to go into this square here or something, or what? It wasn't automatically filled in. As best I can tell, you can't reach it. Yeah, maybe if I just fill in enough other squares around it, it'll get filled in. I'm not sure. We haven't explored everything in here yet, at least. And there's some other complications, like, so you can go on the other side of here, for instance. But also, I'm not sure what the map's going to do once I go down into the underworld. I suspect that's going to be a separate map. So is the whole party here or what? Yeah, they are. Okay, cool. Just admiring this guy? Oh, no, I didn't check that, does it? No, I didn't see any response. Because I was using the multi-sensor the entire time I was here. Unless, actually, you know what? When I came in at the very last time I came into this room, there was some reading on the multi-sensor I wasn't able to reproduce after looking around for a little bit, but I was looking around on the floor mostly. Maybe I did actually point to this thing with the multi-sensor at one point. It's not responding anymore regardless, but... Yeah, we're rewriting history in this game. Amazing. Anyways, down into the underworld. I did already speak to her, so... And I'm also certain I've already spoken to Oceana, so I won't talk to her again. Crab? What are you doing here? Actually, in all seriousness, what are you doing? How'd you get down here? This place was closed. How do fish keep getting to these places? I guess there could be like small cracks they go through that I can't. It's not a king crab or something? No, it's a spider crab. Largest crustacean. I don't think we're in Japan, though. Granted, the Japanese spider crab could be distributed widely across the world. Maybe it was just discovered there or something. Poke. Yeah, there we go. You can't see a big crab like that and not let them do the crab thing. And by let them, you make them for your own entertainment. I know I could have, in theory, probably re-salvaged stuff in all the other areas, but I'm not going to do that. I just want to salvage stuff whenever I'm in a new area. Just to see if there are any interesting, unique things I can find in each spot. I imagine this is a pot here, right? Next to all the other pots? No, it's a box, clearly. Silly me. So much stuff here, jeez. It's so funny to me how we somehow managed to just like brush off some dust off the ground, and underneath is like a whole sarcophagus or something somehow. I said, geez, this room has tons of stuff in it. Okay. Where do I actually go from here? Also, is this a... Huh, this doesn't have a new map. Cool, what's actually in here? In the underworld. I don't remember if they can tell me to do anything in the underworld. In particular, it may have and I may have missed it. Apologies if so. I'll put forth the usual excuse that when I'm commentating as I play a game, my attention is rather divided compared to if I'm playing it on my own with my full attention on the game. So I'm in the underworld here. We have crabs here, cool. They are pretty cool crabs, all things considered. But, what do we want out of here? I figured we'd actually have a place to go from here. Oh wait, didn't we have multiple... Hold on. If you remember correctly, the camera angle that I got at one point seemed to suggest there were multiple entrances upwards. Or exits, however you interpret it. So there's one there. And there's one... Okay, yeah. That's it. While I'm here, let me make sure I fill this out. Don't want to end up losing all my air in this room again, but... Yeah, this is not a big room. Okay. So I suspect this is the new room? It seems to be deeper into the... to these chambers than where we started. And according to my map, I'm still a cartographer. Managed to use half. Whoop. That was not deliberate. Managed to use half my air somehow doing that, but. Well, yeah, it usually just plays when I play it, so. Yeah, it's clearly a very fancy thing, so. They might come up with some silly explanation for it by the end of the game, or they might not. No, that's... No, I can't say the city being on a grid has ever made me get lost in it, but whatever. Though, considering the sorts of cities she may have grown up in, considering the part of the world she's from. And it's no secret, I don't think, that I am more around more grid-like cities than she would be. And I think I've hard to imagine ever wasn't submerged, really, but... Okay. But we're a good chunk of the way through this place, at least. Keep going, come on. There you go. I don't care if I'm upside down, I know how to control myself. Go where I tell you to go. It still bugs me how small this game's soundtrack is, because it would, considering how important this place is, it would really make sense for us to have a unique song associated with it, but it just doesn't. Like there's some, this game has a nice soundtrack, it's just so small. They just reuse, you can't really build associations with the music very well, because they just reuse the same song in so many places. And it's just like the impact it has is lost to a good extent when it's reused in more and more places. It's not like it's impossible to use a song in multiple places and have it still keep its impact, but you have to... There's an art to it, I guess, is one way of putting it. Like one game that I mentioned on this channel before, but wasn't intending on playing. I mentioned in playing Fuga that, not in playing Fuga, when playing Solitaire Robo, that the game Fuga exists and is nice, but I don't plan on playing it here. That's a nice symmetrical map I've got here. There we go. Fantastic. But, that game's kind of main theme, like the one that you tend to hear in boss battles, is a really good one. And I don't think it loses too much of its weight as you hear it a few times through the story, because it's usually playing at very high intensity moments, consistently. It's also just a really intense song on top of that. I found that usually worked. But there's a thing you associate it with, I guess. You associate it with a very specific type of situation. Not a single scenario or a single place, but a specific type of situation. It plays during very specific kinds of boss battles. Whereas in this game, this song, for instance, just kind of plays whenever the game's trying to make a big deal of wherever you are. But there's not really a strong thing to connect those places. Whoops. To kind of say, well, I don't know. I don't really know if I want to use the map right now or not. I don't want to get the map filled out. I don't want to have to make too many trips back or anything, so... I guess I will use the map. And it's also nice to actually, like, explore and figure out the place for myself at the same time, so I'm kind of competing with that interest. Part of the fun, I say, and I've said various iterations on this before, part of the fun to me in a game where, you know, you navigate and explore and figure out terrain is, you know, putting in the effort to navigate. And that's what games are, right? Like, you have to put in an effort to do a thing. There's friction involved. The art of making a game, gameplay-wise, is the art of giving the player something to do, but then introducing just the right amount and the right kind of friction. You deliberately put something in their way of the thing that you want them to do and the thing they want to do. It's fear. But that's where a lot of the fun comes from. It comes from that friction. It comes from having to overcome something, put a little bit of effort into a thing. Absolutely missed a square there. Whoops. It's gonna take so much time to swim back over there. Wait, no. It's in the big room, never mind. I was thinking I had to get it from the south side, but no. But yeah, so to me, I enjoy the friction of like learning my way around a place and navigating a place, at least if it's interesting terrain. Oh wait. Oh, shoot, I do have to go all the way back around. Sorry, 1 second. I just really don't want to have to come... I know it takes a moment for me to swim around here right now, but it's going to take even longer if I have to swim all the way back from, you know, the boat all the way into here and then all the way back into this one room to get this one little square that I missed. Better to do it now. Yeah, so this is just a particular type of friction that I personally enjoy. Having to learn my way around a place and navigate it and so on. And that means, though, that giving me too much in the way of help for navigation and so on can kind of get in the way of the fun. Like, if I don't have to put any effort into navigating just because I have a perfect map and so on, well, there's not much to enjoy expending effort doing anymore. I compare it to, like, a game where you have to fight enemies of some sort. But if you just make all the enemies a one-hit kill and so on, then, well, there's not really much to engage with anymore. You just, you know, run up to an enemy, hit attack button, and they're dead, and that's done. Here, likewise, if there's not any navigating to do anymore because I'm given all the things that just tell me, go here and so on. I don't have to remember my way around a place at all. Because I have perfect maps and so on. Well, kind of takes that away. But if it's there, I'm still tempted to utilize those tools. In this case, I'm also incentivized to complete the map. Both in the sense that it gives rewards for it, like money and so on, and prizes of other sorts. And also, it is satisfying me to have the map completed. But to actually fill out the map, I need to pay attention to what parts I already had filled out. I need to open up the map and keep it open as I swim around. I'm just assuming this is the next thing to do. It's just, the game hasn't drawn attention to anything else, so... And for saying how symmetric this place is, well, this thing goes notable on the other side, it's probably notable on this side too, so, you know. No, who cares? We don't need her. Oh, suddenly you're translating this super fast. You will be tried by the dead. That sounds gross. Last ray of the sinking sun is the key. Oh, well, the gate tunnel's already open. So go in the west? I mean, I can see west being a hint as a result. Go west. Well, this is the westmost point. Big puzzle. Turn around. Thanks. Hey, I'll take it over the other thing that I had trouble with. the thing I just happened to complete by total chance. Wait. Okay, I was clearly not looking closely enough. I thought that I, Okay, so this opened. I thought the thing I pressed opened. We could go further west into, like, another map or something. No? Dramatic music. Those coelacanths or something. Of course, you gotta put those at the deepest, most inaccessible point of anything in this game. I'm seeing a remarkable fish. Yep, see? Yep, the ancient fish. I feel like I get the impression that Japanese media is way more, you know, into coelacanths as a species than the West is. It's just I've only ever really seen references to them in Japanese media, I think. There it is, jeez. I think I'll say now, I plan to just continue this outing until, hopefully until I finish it, even if it goes a little bit over time. Because this is important stuff I don't want to cut short. At the same time, I also need to be wary of my air at this point. I do also need to swim around this room anyways, though, to complete my map, so... Oh, no, I cannot do that. I figured this would actually extend out there to let me complete the map, but no. I thought this had to be the last room. You know, aside from the one above us. Alright, well, swim way up then. Probably not gonna have any stuff to salvage on the pillars or the wall or whatever. Are you also coelacanths? Jeez, it's just the whole colony of the guys in here. Okay, I'll lose air a little slower up here at least. That is good. Gonna push it open. I've seen this kind of thing. It's called a door. Allow me. Push open. Cool, do it fast before I drown. Oh, well that's a threat to my air supply. Oh, they're so cool. One says, while being eaten by them. Yeah, I'll pull my gun out. I guess there must be below us? Yeah. And that guy's just, that's not the shark. So I'm just killing time here while I wait for... Okay, the guys are just down there. Hold on, I wanna... Hey, wait, I want to examine them. Don't tell me they're gonna leave, I need to examine them. Guys, oh come on. Need to add them to my collection. Well, they'll probably appear somewhere or another now that I've done those. It's annoying though, there's a chance to actually do something with them. I didn't want to get hit and lose more air though. Why didn't they decide that this one thing should have a hidden mechanism like that when nothing else did? Everything else had instructions. The sharks didn't look dead to me. Yeah, also, I suspect they weren't able to design a trap using sharks that worked that far into the future. Whatever. Anyways. Game says no. Well, I have no air, but who cares? Don't doubt me. No, just throwing the blame around. Oh, well, kind of late for me to tell that. I couldn't have gone here without finding it, but okay. I guess the giant's gonna be some crazy fish we find in a minute here. Why don't they just tell whatever scavengers in the future how to get the treasure? Will they just keep it with the queen? Hey, if you want to steal our stuff, which I kind of offering, I guess it's not stealing, but it seems very strange. Offer to the three sons, a morning, noon, and night. No, why not? I guess I could have said no and then maybe swum around to scan stuff or something. Or to fill out the map, I hope I don't get teleported or kicked out or whatever and have to come back here, but we'll see. Granted, at the same time, there's probably going to be some special fish that appears in here after we do those. Oh, more of these guys. Hey, I want to scan you. Oh, that's a big one. They train you to do that? Oh, I'm probably dead at this point, but hey, if there's a game over to be seen, let's see it. Unless this is another point where the game just freezes your oxygen usage. It seems unlikely, though, if you're in here with sharks that can attack you. Scarab, Falcon, Ram. That's a scarab, I guess. Is that a falcon somehow? I guess that's a ram. Why only me? Oops, I'm gonna sense them to death. Take food. And this is just me navigating the menu poorly. Can this guy be tranquilized? No, well. If there's a game over condition to be seen, this is probably it right now. But I could examine the sharks. I'm probably gonna die anyways, so. I didn't read the description, I'm sorry. There we go. Mythical backstory. Do I have to look at them in a certain order? No, that was not the right order anyways. But it doesn't matter. Oh, are they aggressive again? Well, at least my menu's in the right place now. I can teleport it around, that's really annoying. Oh, that's it. Heh. That's amusing. Considering this is like one of the only places you can game over in this game, it's kind of fun having gone to see that actually. I kind of accepted that was probably going to happen when the game gave me a warning and I went ahead anyways with no air left. Yeah, now I just restart with full air. But I figured, hey, might give us a chance to see what... Probably a rarity in this game, getting to see the game over sequence, so... I just kind of accepted it would probably happen. The risk I was running, granted, was I could have gotten kicked back somewhere that would have actually lost me progress, instead of just like 60 seconds into the past. But no, my only punishment is having to skip through this text. Oh, don't bother. No! The whole point is it doesn't work. Although I guess it does bring in the sharks, doesn't it? Whatever. How are you playing that? Yeah, I guess it does do something. We think it doesn't at first, and then it does. That's why these guys come in. Yeah, I might have been able to get through that, actually, if I didn't get hit by the sharks as a result of fumbling my menus, but oh well. Well, the second time I got... Well, the last time I got hit wasn't really so much fumbling menus as much as it was. I didn't have enough charges to shoot everyone, basically, as they were all right in front of me. Yeah, it's funny, you can tranquilize them. Oh, I'll look at this guy's description too. You can tranquilize them as they're attacking, and they'll actually prevent them from hurting you. You know, they'll still do the attack animation. Alright, start the scarab this time. I like the idea they somehow managed to breed a very specific kind of shark. And that somehow managed to... Darn. Should have gone... Didn't see the one coming from the bottom until it was a little too late. Oh, what? No. Yeah, I was already going for the one to the left before I saw the one on the bottom. Even though the one at the bottom was attacking me sooner. The in-game descriptions say yes. Yes, yeah, as long as you manage to hit them before they just sit in the corner. All this stuff is going on. You're a square. Why'd they only give us the one gun? I don't know if there's actually a time limit I need to worry about here or not. Can I feed you? I already did that one. Doesn't feel like there's a time limit on this. Everyone says be quick, but I don't think it actually matters. Anyways. Nope. Not you. So you were just locked in there forever? Oh, so you're like a very... You're like a... You look like a... Like a blue whale or something someone just dragged down the scale slider on. Or humpback. Whatever. But like... Also albino or something? Yeah. What they said. Okay, and it happens to follow the exact same notes each time. Okay, it's kind of just hand-waving saying, we know it doesn't actually make sense, but roll with it. Oh, now you do that, thanks. Where was that thing earlier? Yeah, well, since we're here, we have plenty of air. What am I saying here? Saying something for a second there. Am I saying something in some other room? I guess I am. Alright, well, I'll ask the Peanut Gallery for opinions for a second here. Yeah, it's mythology. Not yet. Let's spin stuff when we have cause to do so. Well, everyone's having fun, apparently. Okay, but what happens if I spin this thing? Oh. Yeah, hi. I guess I should acknowledge you. Oh, you're the dragon, apparently. Sure. Alright. It's really weird how this game, in the vein of the first game, has kind of an educational bend to it, but then they mix in weird, fantastical stuff at the same time. Why not? And perhaps I should have gone in there first, and they'd say, oh hey, we need to figure out some mechanism somewhere, or whatever. But I probably saved us some time doing this. Oh. It's probably not good for you. How do you generate that thrust forwards like that? Like, you have a tail, but it's not going to get you going forwards that hard. Okay. Should we be concerned that We're excited. This is a good thing that they're all just smashing their heads into walls now. I like how it made a little video game unlock noise as the door opened. Hey, don't teleport me in here. I got a map to fill out. Probably nothing if you can't get it out of here. Don't say the thing's just gonna fall apart or whatever. Again, I have a map to make. Oh, it reset itself. Oh, we did it. It's a miracle anything in this whole game worked, but... Can Tremors do that? Oh, we're just gonna kill all these whales. Okay. Well. No. This man has priorities and self-esteem. Well, it's gonna be a new game over condition that we will probably try to avoid seeing this time. You haven't seen the last of me, treasure. Can I sense anything in here? Yes! I don't know if the clock is still running as I'm doing this right now, or not. Mysterious gesture, that's fancy. I'd be surprised if the game said I can't come back here afterwards, so I have a feeling that... in reality... because that'd be some serious missable content. So I have a feeling that what's going to happen is... there's going to be a time limit, but then after I leave, everything will be fine. Pretty much literally filling my pockets with as much treasure as I can carry before running off. Okay, well there doesn't seem to be any more treasure in here, so... Can I look at this thing? I figured there'd be something to do in here. Okay, well I can't really... it doesn't seem like I can fill this out any... like there's not even intense music playing right now. We're trying to escape a falling structure and it's just all calm. In 10 minutes or less. Hold on, I never actually went out into the other room, other door that opened. I gotta fill my map. No! No! But that means I can't go... I have to come all the way back here. Are you serious? Game. Well, I have a solution to that. Oh, food. Food makes everyone okay. Be calm. That is obnoxious. So there's this whole area I just didn't get to go into. I guess I shouldn't have turned that thing. And I'm wasting a ton of time here. But I guess I'll have to come all the way back out here later? Which, granted, it's possible the game would have made me anyways. I want to look at that thing! Okay. I'm not trying to interact with the whale, thank you. Why does that teleport me? We could get as close as I wanted to a whale and a giant squid fighting. Alright. I'll make my awkward trek out of here. Going way over episode time here, but this is a really climactic part of the game, so it just tends to happen. The later episodes of the game tend to be the longest, although I still don't intend this to be the last. I still intend to do more stuff in this game. Well, we'll see when I actually decide to stop playing the thing. I kind of no one else is swimming with me. Ah, okay. How do you know this? So now the scary music starts. Well, I'm at a substantial time disadvantage because of my moody playing around with the one room I wish I could have gone in. On the bright side, if I do run out of time here, it might put me back before I turned that thing, maybe. And then I might be able to go into that room. It is agonizing how slowly you move through this area, though, I will say. Even without a time limit. They did say other side, which led me to me thinking over on this side. It is possible I was wrong, though, in that interpretation. They did say they were talking about pillars. It sounded like it was... Granted, I was skimming a little bit. Anything on the ceiling here? So also they were saying that I need to go into the room with the pillars and go back to the top. Do something up there. Which would be kind of obnoxious, considering it's another case of having to go right back to where I came from. So I did not save myself time with turning that thing quickly. Actually, the game didn't even let me do that if it wasn't ready for me to do it. If there was still stuff I was supposed to go check out first. Just make sure there isn't anything I'm missing in this area. So I don't... And based on the hint I was given, I don't think I'm supposed to do anything here, but... So he could have been saying, hey, go back to where you came from, not go back in the other direction of the fork. And then, somewhere high in this room, there's... I like how the scary music stopped. Lots of the music in this game is very short like that. But, there's a way into another room. From this room. That's something they may have been saying. Would I be correct? I think so. Yeah, it's a big room. They were saying room with pillars, highest point, if I understood correctly. But presumably you're not supposed to go back to the room you just came from. And the fact that everything you would try to do here takes so long is kind of obnoxious. Like, the 10-minute time limit kind of makes sense. But... Well, people are all the way back here now? It's kind of weird. They weren't here earlier. I still don't believe you're supposed to go through this way, unless the game really does just suddenly say, oh, you have to come back here and come back through this way. I don't think that's what it was saying. My god, that is exactly what it was saying. I wanted to go here to start with. And then the game said no. So I went another way that was a wrong way, because I was required to go the wrong way first. Oh, that is annoying. Oh, come on, don't teleport me around, guys. Dude! I'm not trying to move close to them, stop. So no promises about getting out of here in time, but... I think we filled out the map. Is there really no treasure in here? There's something here. Don't know where. I can carry one more thing. I'd like to actually do that. Alright, I won't scan the whole room, but... What was I saying here? It can be really difficult sometimes to find scan stuff. Okay, here we go. Now then, way out of this room. Alright, if I don't... If I'm not quick now, people aren't going to be able to salvage me, so... Let's see if we can get out of here. I have not been down here before, because I didn't have my chance to explore this area earlier. Feels like this should... Oh, is this it? There we go. I was just looking at the wrong part. Oh, do I have to solve a puzzle first? Like, we have less than a minute left. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. We die probably if we can't just... If we could immediately open the door, we'd be okay. But otherwise, we don't have time to do anything else. I don't know where Set was. Oh, cool. Do you have hints? Oh, I wasn't trying to examine that, but... okay. I was specifically trying to talk to Oceana. Oh, unless that's actually what happened. Oceana was actually who you had to talk to for that. Whoops. Well, that worked. That was a funny accident. Okay. I'm so proud of you for sticking your hand in that hole and pressing that button. Only you could have. No, maybe it's our Sakurai's arm's really so much thicker than hers? Whatever. She just happened to be standing next to the button. But cool, we actually somehow survived that. 10 minutes was way too long. Guess we didn't get to see the game over sequence, but it was presumably almost exactly the same as the one we saw before it. Probably no blacking out, probably something different, but... I doubt it would be like a whole scene where you could see the thing collapse or anything, though, so... Is it really going to let me go back in there? It does look like it collapsed, which is kind of weird. But it's not like they would make it so you only have the one chance to fill out the map or whatever, or get treasures in there. I did pick up literally as much treasure as I could carry, so no regrets there. I still don't know how in the world you knew how to get out, but apparently it has some kind of sonar or something you can use, but even so. Oh, if you say so. In practice, someone just happened to be standing next to the button and then we pressed it. I wasn't... Oh, are you going to say that Jean-Ric wasn't actually the person who told us how to get out? I was kind of wondering, oh, maybe it's someone who's actually... Maybe it's some spirit or whatever telling us how to get out of this place. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, it was a big gold statue, I guess. Kind of underwhelming in the end because it's just, well, yeah, it's a big gold statue. Cool. Yeah, there's a good chunk of game left. I haven't done like almost any of the side stuff. Or at least a good chunk of it. This guy hasn't done any of the dolphin stuff. Can you believe that? So I guess we'll open it back up. Hi. No. Or we plan on leaving? No. She'll just say, but I want you to. Don't even bother giving me the option. I don't take any offense if you just make the player character say yes. Without giving me the option. I think it's the sunset, not the sunrise. Unless we just really came out here that early, I guess. Title drop. And then credits. A bit awkward after an hour-long episode that I already want to end already, but oh well. It doesn't feel right giving thoughts on the game or whatever right now, because we're not done! There's just, you know, the issue of not being sure if I'll see credits again after this or anything. Oh well, so I guess I'll let the credits play. I don't know how long it'll take or if I have much to say because, again, I don't want to give full thoughts or whatever. Because I haven't seen everything yet. Here's one thing I will say. I've quite clearly been pretty checked out on most of the narrative in this game. I think I might have explicitly said it at some point. I don't mind it. It amuses me. The only thing that bothers me is I do feel some actual friction between the educational aspect of this game that it kind of continues from its predecessor. That getting blended, in my opinion, a bit too seamlessly with the mythological stuff and just outright silly made of whole cloth stuff. I didn't realize Shibio was actually a name. Huh. But otherwise, it's cute, it's amusing. I don't find any of the characters particularly compelling. I don't think... Well, I'd say I don't think the characters are made to be particularly compelling, but I think a little bit of effort was put into Jean-Eric and I guess Oceana, but just a bit. Songs, Celtic Woman. Is that like the name of something? Is that like an alias someone goes by? Or what? I assume they're not just saying, hey, there's some Celtic woman that we commissioned for these songs. But speaking of these dolphins on screen here, we've got our own dolphin to do whatever with. I do think it comes through this game as a Japanese game, just a bit, which I think is interesting. I always like picking up on those little things. Again, like, I don't think I've seen Killer Cats acknowledged anywhere outside of Japanese media. It's just all those things that they think is interesting that for some reason the rest of the world doesn't. Even though I agree, it's kind of cool that it's an old fish. Old fish can be cool. Other things too, like the locations that are emphasized, I think, I find that, you know, depending on where a game is made, you'll have different geographic locations emphasized. Generally, you know, that this game makes a point of going all over the world for what it's worth, but even so, I would not be surprised if something was like made in the US and really only acknowledged diving spots that were in some capacity in the Western world. It's just a thing that happens. Anyways. Oh, the sweet sound of more content ID. Oh, it's such a fun time playing games with licensed soundtracks. It is unfortunate that it poses such a pain for uploading stuff on YouTube. And likewise poses problems for the game continuing to be sold, if it is still sold, you know, like if it's on Steam or whatever, which this one isn't. Or if people want to remake or re-release the game, which I never cared about, but lots of people do. Licensing gets in the way. Pretty certain that's the reason that JSRF, despite the demand, never... Well, probably at least one big reason why JSRF never had any talk about a re-release, remake, or whatever. Sega seems pretty proud of the Jet Set Radio IP, although they seem more into Jet Set Radio than the Jet Set Radio future. Am I supposed to press something? It's just a... Okay. Endless Ocean is now a title, right? But still, I suspect they would have tried to push just a Radio Future remaking it and so on if they could have, but music licenses are a problem. And it leads to stuff getting taken off of digital storefronts after the licenses expire and so on. If I made a game, like, unless it was absolutely essential to the game, which sometimes it is, you have your stuff like, oh, the name's escaping me. You have games where the music is a big part of the game, and that can be licensed music. This particular game I'm thinking of, I'm just forgetting its name right now. Whoops. Which its whole deal is running on licensed music. So the rhythm-based beat 'em up. Rhythm-based beat 'em up. Hi-Fi Rush. Yes, there we go. Granted, in that one they had the foresight to give it an unlicensed soundtrack as well, which I suspect, my expectation is that once that game has all of its licenses for its music run out, they'll probably keep selling the game, but only sell a version that doesn't have the licensed music. That also means that you can put the game on YouTube or Twitch or whatever and not have Content ID happen. Very cool that they did that, even though it's still unfortunate that, the real music is a big part of the game and it adds an air of authenticity to its appreciation of music. Of classic songs and so on. But it's just the world we live in, so they managed to, make something that pays tribute to a real thing that exists and so on, and incorporates it, but also at the same time ensure the longevity of the game and the ability to, put it online, put footage of it online. It's an awkward situation to be in, having to deal with music rights for things. I can't think of any other things that pose that issue in games. It's only ever music rights that people seem to have licenses expire for. Like, I can't think of the same thing ever happening for visuals or a script or whatever else. Or like, oh no, we lost our license to some middleware and we can't sell the game anymore. I've never heard of that happening. Without doing any work. What are you talking about? Well, did it? Like, we got a lot of PR from it? We probably will, at least. We can probably, like, actually excavate the thing and get some money off of that. We're just gonna give up on that? Okay. I mean, supposedly we like monopolized maps and stuff like that. We've salvaged ridiculous stuff. I found fictional medals and so on. I don't buy what you're saying, man. Although those plane tickets probably did cost a lot. Considering that we, like, apparently do, like, same-day flights. And I did some side quests. What do you mean? I have requests I haven't done. We have work. Swaps. Okay. It's not a swap, but fine. The next side quest, I guess? Yeah, but this is a video game. No such thing as mythical monsters that we've already found like 3 of. Does the push-up glasses gesture fantastic. Seeing that rendered in such low fidelity is so funny to me. Like, they made the effort. They put in the token acknowledgement of the existence of that, but without any actual detail. Alright, whatever, we'll do that. What with her? Yeah, cool. You know what I'm ready for? Oh my god, not that. Okay. I don't know, I only just now had the crevasse. Yeah, I know. If we can do it now, I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't care. This whole episode is the length of a recording session for me, but I'll do it. I've been working at this for so long. If I can just have this done, I'm sure you'll be fine. You said that last time. You said verbatim that last time. But I am fairly confident because I apparently hit the cap on a number of things. And I definitely am able to do the... Oh, does it test different things each time too? Yeah, backflip is 6.5 I think I can do. I can consistently hit at least 6 feet. Maybe higher. Yeah, there you go. I was told on a few of these things that I've basically capped out my performance. Oh, spin jump I've gotten like 8 feet, haven't I? Yeah, maybe I'm just getting better RNG this time too with which things it's asking me to do. It happened to asking to do one of the 2 things I don't have much practice with last time. That's not all my better spin jumps, I don't think, but whatever. Sing, I think I've hit 3.6 before. It's probably a good thing that I practiced this. Man, played another whole sample there. It wasn't really movement, but sure. Okay, so that's what increases their rank on the... Their combos? Oh geez, and their higher level tricks. I guess that's what increases their rank on the little listing. Amusing. Should probably acknowledge that at some point, but... Okay, so having done this supposedly opens up a whole chain of things you can do. Cool. Last thing I will do today is look at all our salvage stuff. So next time I will probably... I'll just... At this point there's just a bunch of post-game stuff and some not post-game stuff left to do. So I'll do some of the post-game stuff, I'll do some of the other stuff. I don't expect 100% this game in any capacity, nothing close. But I'll just do whatever I feel like doing. But I'll see if I can start on that whole, you know, list of things that I couldn't do without the dolphin training. Just straight gold. Cool. Same drum. Some more silver. Doll. Bisque. It's a weirdly cheap painting. It's a really good poem. I don't know how, still not sure how that survives underwater. Whoa. It's a live torpedo? Okay. Just little did we know that was the real threat to our existence down there. Pieces of 8. Just straight up treasure chest. Vague. It's also first aid box. I could have used that. So we got some good money now. Probably need more than that to upgrade all of our stuff though still. Some silly stuff to wear still. Oh, that actually fits my... It's kind of gray rather than black and white, but it kind of fits my color scheme. Oh geez, yeah. These are gonna be a problem price-wise. Oh, support tank is just a tank in general, so the game was suggesting I just buy a better tank, not like an extra tank, whatever. Got confused by that earlier. I don't know if I'll worry about buying those just yet. Where are those other things I bought? What do they do? Are these gifts you can give to different people or something based on the color? I'm not sure. I'll have to look at those at some point too. But yeah, as I get more money, I'll think on stuff to buy there. Alright, so what things did we get just now? Wish granting powers. A cool poem. Random doll. There's a still life. That's probably why it's not worth anything. No one appreciates still lifes. Music box, which the game helpfully explains, makes music. Oh, very nice. Thing that can kill you. I think the real pirate's treasure is the gold doubloons. Or the just straight up treasure chest. It somehow sank and ended up in that little cavern. Amusing. Only not even a quarter of the coins I have, apparently. A little unfortunate there. Oh, whoa, where'd you go? GG. Oh, there you go. I was just too close to him, I think. Yeah, I feel like he would have... You're capable. Yeah, you bet. Found some things that didn't even exist. Yeah, I just figured after all the things I found, he'd have a new title for me. Game, I swear. This has to be a thing. The game says take a shower. This has to be a thing you can do. What do you mean if I change into a swimsuit? I need to look this up at some point. What's the deal with this? It's just, it's a thing that's there that seems to say it does something, but it doesn't. I'm convinced there's something I'm missing here. I don't know what I don't even know what the mechanical purpose of taking a shower could possibly be, but that's not even the point. She's gonna take over the world. Did I somehow not finish that one map? Oh, no, I finished a map. I think the only map I could have possibly completed... Yeah, was the tomb. Okay. So I did finish that. Again, I'd be surprised if that was actually missable, but... Look how few of the titles I've gotten in this game. I've got like a quarter of them. Yeah, I completed the story. Kind of, honestly, all things considered, it's a fairly anticlimactic end to the story. It's just kind of, hey, you found the thing! And then, yeah, cool. Tase 1,000 creatures. Well, it's actually a lot of the... It's a lot of the encyclopedia I got. Yeah, look at that. No, so that one I haven't finished yet because there's that area I can't access without doing dolphin stuff. Because I need a freshwater dolphin. And I just need to finish up this one little map here. Then I'll actually have all the maps done in the whole game. Alright, cool. So that's it for real. So, next time I'll come back and we'll do whatever I feel like doing next, because we've got a lot of choices. Yeah, boy, cool. And hopefully we'll finish in a more sensible amount of time next time, too. And I don't intend for next time to take like almost twice as long as the normal recording session. It really throws off my schedule in a day when I do that. It's not something I like having happen often because I have other parts of my life I should be attending to. Alright, anyways. Bye everyone. We'll keep on going however long we feel like.